What's going on, y'all? It's your boy DumbDogWizJohn back again with another JJK review. Today we're reviewing chapter 240. Now it starts off with a nice color spread squad. We got Hikari, we got Yuta, we got Maki, and my boy Yuji with this new arm tech. I don't know what he trying to pull, what he got cooking up, but you know that nigga cooking up something. This is the only time we see Yuji in this chapter. They got him in this nigga in his cool ass pose, and we do not see him in this chapter at all. Anyway, it starts off, I'm pretty sure it's a flashback before. They was talking about the angel, you know, the angel and the little girl, like the angel was talking about, yo, we gotta attack Kenjaku before the fight ends, right? And they were like, being Sukuna won't mean anything if he achieves his goal anyway. And they were, basically we have Yuta, Mei for some fucking, what the fuck, I don't like Mei. I fucking hate Mei. We got Angel in the cut, Hikari, and I'm not gonna lie, I forgot his nigga name, bro. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, basically they're like, well, Hikari's like, well, for judging from the rules, he needs to kill all Culling Game players. So as long as we stay alive, we should be straight. But we should send somebody after that nigga low key, right? And then this nigga Mei talking about, she's like, oh yeah, man, you know I have a record of running away, so count me out. You know, she's fucking fake, bruh. Like, I don't really fuck with Mei. I don't like how he didn't draw her face because I don't want to see it. I don't even want to see her here. I don't like this bitch, bro. Damn. Word up. But then Angel's like, bro, I nominate Fumiko to deal with Kenjaku while this shit going on, right? And they're like, nigga, that goofy ass nigga, why the fuck we send that nigga there, right? It was like, Angel was like, bro, nah, let me cook. That nigga Takaba, don't tell him about his curse technique. But his curse technique is low-key busted, bruh. And I'm not gonna lie, out of everybody here, like, unless they try to jump Kenjaku, nobody here is really running the fate of a 1v1. Or can run the fate of a 1v1. Mei, she pussy, bruh. Let's see, Yuta, bruh, Yuta's cool and all, but like, Yuta not winning against Kenjaku. And neither is Maki. Well, I don't know. Maki's part of the Jump Nation, so she needs to jump a nigga. There needs to be someone else there jumping that nigga. Hikari, you might be able to win, but I don't know. But yeah, this nigga talk about, you see this nigga goofing off, right? This nigga's like, this nigga Kenjaku is talking about, he's making a mockery of my curse energy. And this nigga talk about basically making a bunch of jokes. And he turns into that one American nigga from Yu-Gi-Oh, I believe. Which I thought was pretty funny. When I was reading this, I thought it was pretty cool. Then they start talking. Then they start yapping. This is when Kenjaku like starts to sound, because he recognizes that his shit is not having no effect on him, bro. And he was like, he can create and control. Basically, this nigga got reality manipulation, bro. That's basically this guy's power. He can basically manipulate reality, basically. To sum it up, if he finds something funny, it'll either do like, it can just do mad damage or like no damage. He can just manipulate how that shit works. And he was like, bruh, with this opponent, it doesn't really matter how much knowledge, how much power I've gained over thousands of years. This nigga could take me off the fucking map. So that's when he starts yapping and flapping his gums, because that's the only thing Kenjaku really could do right now. And then niggas talk about, oh yeah, I'm a comedian and shit, you know? This nigga starts talking to him about, yo, why are you doing this shit? Why are you trying to fuse people of Japan with Tengen? Basically, this nigga Kenjaku actually sums it up in like one panel, which I'm happy. Because like, before, I'm not gonna lie, like a while ago, I was kind of confused with what the fuck Tengen was trying to do, because they kind of like explained it in a bigger process, in a bigger way. But now I understand. He's just curious of he's just bored as shit. And that nigga was like, talk about like, alright, bet. Would you give up if you found something more interesting? And then he makes another gag talking about make me laugh is written all over your face, right? So that nigga hits his classic old Wi-Fi joke, and you know, that unfunny, corny ass Wi-Fi joke. And then these niggas go into like dissecting the joke, you know, to like actually like analyze it and dissect the joke. That's what they're doing, right? So my theory is that Kenjaku is gonna make him I'm thinking Kenjaku is gonna gaslight this nigga, or is trying to gaslight this nigga Takaba into thinking his own jokes aren't funny. Cause he really goes into, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, they're not funny. But he has to gaslight him to the point where him himself thinks they're not funny. You know? Because that's kind of how his power works. As long as he thinks something's funny it can just fucking work. Like, the gags work, bro. That's why he did the make me laugh gag. That's why he did the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh gag. Like, he thinks this shit is actually funny. So I'm thinking if Kenjaku makes it so, like, he was like, yeah, you're not really a good comedian, bro. You don't got that talent. And he actually believes that shit. His powers won't work as well. And while he's doing that, Kenjaku can beat that nigga ass. So basically, that nigga is like, you're only amusing yourself. Consider your audience when crafting all your jokes. Basically, thinking about it too deep, right? And then he just hits that nigga with a little boom, like in the midsection, and it actually does damage. He was like, I can tell that actually landed. He's like, activating his curse technique may require confidence and certainty. So basically, if he takes that away, makes him not fuck with his own jokes. This nigga starts talking the shit, talking about, man, fuck you, nigga. Doesn't matter if you don't get my jokes, as long as other people do. And then he's like, are you sure? You should be the one saying that. And then that nigga starts to up the blink and says, have a staring contest. That nigga loses it. And then he just starts whamming on that nigga. And then that nigga, literally, he's skidding him off the fucking floor, bouncing like a damn basketball. And as that nigga's crawling, he's having an inner monologue. He's like, is this nigga funnier than me? So he's like gaslighting, and the manipulation's already setting in, right? And then he calls over to a bush, and he sees a body in a bush. And then boom, it's Hikari slump. It's Hikari dead, actually. That nigga dead, bro. That nigga's like in shock. He's distraught. He's like, bro, what the fuck? Right? This has gotta be some type of like illusion or something. Cause how the hell is Hikari slump like this? Right? That's what I'm thinking. And then that nigga Kenjaku's like, what's wrong? Go on, laugh. You're an entertainer, aren't you? And that nigga's like, nah, this shit ain't funny. Doing comedy with you is no fun. If we don't laugh, then why would the audience? Right? And then he's thinking, why did I even become an entertainer in the first place? And that's the end of it. That's the end of chapter 240. So I'm expecting next chapter to be a flashback episode, so we can get this nigga, you know, pumped up or some shit, or ready to do some funny shit, you know. Yeah, but I'm gonna see y'all niggas in the next one.